Welcome to another NEBA Spotlight. Today I'm happy to present to you Tim. Tim, tell us about you. Tell us about your company.
Thank you very much, Greg. I've spilled the tea in some of the breakout rooms, but I'll save the company introduction till later, for reasons because mostly I don't have a name for it. I titled this Reflection and Advancement, as I've been out of work for a while, but I have been in business for over 20 years. Um, I'm going to take you back through a little history, reflecting on COVID, lessons I learned and lessons I can apply going forward. Um, the changes that we made, the practical application of those changes in a business environment, and new opportunities that have come about as a result of that. Lessons learned. Education is key. People didn't know what they didn't know. We had to educate a lot of people real quickly in the span of a few weeks on how to work from home, how to take your business environment, bring it into your personal space. That required a lot of hand holding, uh, building the plane as you fly it, but at the same time, making sure they understood that we can get the business processes sorted out. Following the keep it simple, Sam principle. Start slow. Let them know we're here for them. Show them what they need to do to be successful right off the bat. It's the old teach them to fish and they'll fish for life sort of adage. Once we were able to get that knowledge across to them through the educational uh, calls, building a run book for them, as it were, for all the programs they used, they were able to operate efficiently from home. Calls were reduced quickly, and our business was able to function. I mean, it was a 24/7 equity trading shop, so we really couldn't stop. We had to make sure everyone knew what they were doing and get them there quickly. We also had to lead with empathy. We realized that people were thrown into a hard situation. I had a 6-month-old child. My wife was working from home. I was working from home. We had to manage the kid because daycare was closed. In a firm of 115 people, we had about 50 other people in the same situation. We understood that they had needs, that they had family to deal with, that they had stresses. So understanding their stress, helping them meet their deadlines with our work, working together to get there was very important. And knowing that, maybe they can't come to the phone right now. Maybe they have to step off a call to deal with a child because their kids were out of daycare too. So we were all in the same boat together. And understanding that, working together, and being empathetic to the situation really helped us function cohesively as a team. Uh, the addressable fixes we had, proactive data management. We learned real fast that people needed quick access to their spreadsheets, the daily reports coming in from prime brokers. How did we get everyone on board with you can't, I know you do it your way and someone else on your team does it this way. How do we work together to put it in one pot that everyone can go to very quickly? So, if you do have these distractions or stresses, you know where it is, where to find it. Quarterly reviews for changes. This happened because we were out of the office for 6 months. We realized that talking to management across tax, accounting, finance, the trading team, the operations team, HR, investor services, understanding what changes needed to be put in place, what changes we were going to make, by doing quarterly reviews, sitting down with the management, saying what's working, what's not working, what do you see coming down the pipe? How can we help you get in front of that? How can we get in front of that for you? Uh, just really made things more streamlined, really changed how we approach business and the process of doing business. Establishing a paper trail for audit and review. This is a big one because since we were not in the office and couldn't physically print out paper and pass off signatures, we had to find a way to create a digital trail. So I implemented DocuSign for our firm, which helped get investor information out to our investors who are, they're our clients. We also used it internally to start doing HR documents. And instead of having to print something out and sign it and file it away, we had the digital copy and it was easy to store and automatically retrieve from the web. This really uh, helped us just manage things, cut down on paper, cut down on signatures, ease of communication while being in disparate locations across the tri-state area. We had people in New Jersey, Long Island, Westchester, Northern Connecticut. So being that disparate, we couldn't really all meet in one place, but we could have uh, a good digital trail. We also have to work with auditors. So Ernst & Young, Price Waterhouse, they come in. Being an SEC registered advisor, we, kept the receipts. We had a way of showing our work. as it were, and never really sweated those details once we officially established this digital trail. Applying the changes. We worked with all the departments. Like I mentioned, we worked with all the managers. We let them know what we're doing, what we're planning to do. They let us know what they need. We improved communication channels. We implemented Teams for everyone. We already had the licenses, so now everyone was a simple click away, and you could talk to anyone you needed to at the firm. That was a huge change for us because we only had 5 Zoom accounts when we launched into COVID. We ended up with 115, and then we converted over to Teams. So communication became much easier. We wanted to make sure, I've used this adage before, if all the oars pull in the same direction, the boat goes straight. Improving our communications helped us achieve that goal. Everyone could talk to anyone they wanted to. Everyone knew what everyone was doing. We implemented Slack before moving to Teams, and we created channels so every team was constantly aware of any changes coming in. We automated our help desk to send messages to our help desk Teams channel so that everyone knew if there was a problem, 7 people had eyes on it immediately. Document everything. Like I said about creating an audit trail. When the SEC comes calling, you don't want to get caught, sleeping. Uh, we've had lawsuits where we were named as defendants on a stock we traded. We had the documents saying, here's all the research, here's all the communication behind it, here's the proof that we were on the up and up, and we never got taken to task for it. And then lastly, test processes frequently. We would, in the process of implementing new changes, we wanted to continue testing. We wanted to say, hey, give us dummy data, test the process with this new product. All right, now let's take some live data and send it to a test environment, and you do a side-by-side test. Uh, as we testing the generator downstairs in the basement, making sure it turns on when needed. Simple things like that. Continual testing leads to discovery of any bad qualities or issues where you can address them before they become a big problem. Just this week, I had to pay a good sum to get a battery changed in my generator 2 weeks ago, and we were out power for almost 48 hours. So I was about to do this call in the dark via a hotspot if the power hadn't come on last night. But again, testing finds problems, and you can address those problems before they become big problems. New opportunities for me. So yes, I have launched an LLC. I'm in the early innings of this. I filed with the state of Connecticut. I have a business email address. I have reached out to the bank to start getting a bank account set up, have a Calendly account set up. Shout out to everyone on this call. You guys have inspired me to do this. I see all you people being successful, hanging out your shingle. So I thought, why not me? Um, So it's a VCIO, VCISO role. Small, medium business is the focus. A lot of people don't have the space for a dedicated staff to do this, but I've spent 20 years locking doors digitally and managing workflows in a remote session or a remote space. So looking for new business in that department, still focusing on things there. Uh, Working with others, networking here. Eventually, when I have things ready to go and have more of a target, I'd love to talk to some people on here for one-on-ones to see where my services could be useful. And, I've got 20 years of fintech experience in a very high pressure environment, working white glove service for some heavy hitters. The stress isn't a thing. It's helping people is where I enjoy doing things, and helping different people across different industries. My skill set is extremely portable. IT, everyone uses it. It's not just finance specific. Everyone needs security. Everyone needs to lock the door. Everyone needs to know where their data is. So targeted verticals, data rationalization. I'm the kind of guy who likes to timestamp things. In my OneNote, I'm almost done. Almost done. Timestamps, establish drop boxes for ease of data access, establishing RPO, RTO objectives in case of, my vet goes down. Workflow improvement, that's a big one. Are people not talking? Who's being missed? Automation of time-intensive processes, that's a big one. Spend 2 hours to save 40 hours a week. Find the nuggets, reap larger rewards. And then securing the environment. If you don't have a secure environment, you can't sell it to clients. I have reached my limit. I'm sorry. improve reporting for SEC, and AI is the big one, but you can't get there without optimizing your business.
Tim, what's
Thank you
the
for,
best way people can contact you?
feel free to reach out with tips or comments. You can reach me at tpazanko@gmail.com or my LinkedIn. I've dropped into the chat. So thank you for your time and thank you for coming to my TED Talk.